Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Vintage Collection set Figrin Dan and the Modal nodes from Star Wars A New Hope. One of these awesome troop builder boxes. Now, why am I taking so long to get to this? Well, initially I thought I didn't need one of these. I thought the single carded TVC figure would be enough for me, and I just bought a few of those. It was initially really hard to get in New Zealand and then very expensive, but my favourite Taiwan-based plastic crack supplier, Missing Mark Gary, hooked me up with one of these for an awesome price, and with the HasLab Cantina coming out next year, I just had to have it. So let's take a look. Alright, and taking a look at the box, and one of the unusual things that you'll see straight away is the size of it. But before we look at the size of it, have a look at the image on the front and the image on the back. They're the same image. You just got more of the legalese stuff. Oh, look, a nice Taiwan or Hong Kong import sticker. Thank you, Missing Mark Gary. And yeah, all the other stuff. Just going to do a quick size comparison with the normal army builders by panning up here. You can see there 7 figures in here instead of the standard 4, so that looks about right. It's not quite twice as long, and it is the same height and everything else. Alright, and opening up the packaging, same as the other ones, you've got the figures in there. Well, actually we've got 2 figures packed over here. We've got some in here, we've got a whole bunch of instruments in the middle. And yeah, quite randomly boxed, but actually kind of cool. So let's get all these bits and pieces out and have a look and see what we get in the set. So this is what you get in the set. You get 7 identical Bith musicians, and then you get all these instruments. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instruments, and little drumsticks for the little drum thingy mabobby there. So that's pretty cool. We'll get them all set up. Once again, I turn to the trusty visual dictionary to see what some of these instruments are. And as you can see, yeah, it's very, very accurate what we're getting in this set. So that is very cool indeed. Right, this is Figrin Dan on the clue horn. And so as you can see, holds it easily in 2 hands, and the reed piece goes in that little puckery mouth of his, which is fantastic. And we got Tech More on the Omni box, and I can tell by the visual dictionary that he's kind of DJing it. That thing at the top's called an Omni wheel. Thanks, visual dictionary. And according to the visual dictionary, this is Doik Nats, and he's playing the Fizz, which is also known as the Dormian Bishnikwil. I like that name, that just rolls off the tongue. Nalan Cheel plays the bandfill. And again, holds it really well. The little reed piece goes in his little puckery mouth. It's absolutely fantastic. Love it. And this is Tiden Dahai, and he is playing the fanfare. That is according again to the visual dictionary, of which there are only 5. So now it's over to Bantha Skull. There is the band all together, and I've got to say they look absolutely awesome. And there's only one problem with this set that I can think of anyway, in terms of like the instruments, all the accessories, they all interact really seamlessly with the Bith hands, except for these drumsticks, which the hands are made to hold things like these, the clue horn and stuff like that. So yeah, there's not much they could have done about that, unless they gave us an extra set of hands for the drummer. But other than that, what an awesome set. Alright, going to do a couple of quick comparisons now. So this is the Figrin Dan that came in the single carded release, VC249. There's VC249 at the back there. Awesome looking card. That's the figure that came with it. And if I compare these 2 guys, bring them together, you can see that the one that comes in the 7-pack is a little bit brighter. Other than that, exactly the same mold and stuff like that. It's almost like it's had an additional wash. to that single carded VC249. So the other version of Figrin Dan and the modal nodes that I've got came in this little box here. It was a mail away, the Power of the Force 2 days, and it came with a packet of instruments. This one's still sealed. So I was using, for example, this is the Omni box versus the one comes in this set. Absolutely no comparison. Sorry, that's not the Omni box. What's that called? Band fill. Anyway, you'll get the hang of it. You'll know all the names. And here is the figure that came in that box. And you can see, for its time, it's got elbow articulation, which is pretty rare. And it came with all those instruments. Actually kind of a cool looking head sculpt, but the body is terrible. The articulation is just nothing on this new set. One thing though, he doesn't have cargo pockets in his pants like the new one does. I know that upsets some people. Anyway, what an awesome set. There's also a Bith band member in Jabba's Palace, so you need another one there. There he is. I'll put his name on screen. Alright, that's just about my roundup of the Figrin Dan and Modal Nodes set, but before I wrap up, there's 7 figures there. There's actually an 8th member of the band, but he's not on stage. He's in the back of the cantina, and I've made a custom of him. It's Lirin Karlin, and that is just the easiest kit bash in the world. I've just taken a Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've swapped the heads, and then I've just ball and popped the hands. So I'm going to have him sitting in my cantina, making a bit of a deal for maybe another gig. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.